Hi everyone. Today we'll get started chapter 2, the theory of management. Okay. Um, Before I get started, I want to talk a little bit about McDonald's case. Last time we talked about McDonald's. Okay. Given the nature of what? A lot of part-timers, given the nature of low, minimum wage. Potentially they have a lot of issues and lawsuit with the employee, and also including harassments and certain discriminations. So how do they fix it? They have a global compliance office, okay, and they try to compile different labor law, study them, and they help providing monitoring, make sure all the McDonald's store comply with the labor law in that given state or in a specific country. They also provide a lot of training for managers and owners. Lastly, they have what? Non-retaliation law, rules to ensure employee will come forward. Employee can complain. Okay, they don't want the employee go to the courthouse to sue them. They want employee to come forward to complain so they can help the employee resolve the issue. But the employee should not be retaliated. So they have those kind of things to do it. So in this specific case, we talk about how McDonald's handle this, how to prevent potential labor dispute. Okay, and but McDonald's have a lot of other interesting things. So 10 years ago, okay, Harvard Business School invited CEO of the McDonald's to give a speech. And during the speech, okay, and you know what? They find out. McDonald's says, okay, the most profitable things we are doing is not manage the food supply, manage the franchisees. The most profitable things we are doing is what? Property management, real estate management. Okay, what does that mean? McDonald's has been very, very successful name brand. You go most of the places, you will see a golden arch, okay, and it's very visible. So young people, okay, they all know we got two McDonald's. One is at Dave Ward, the other one is in Oak Street or whatever. So let's meet at McDonald's, okay, after school or something like that. So McDonald's has a lot of potential, generate a lot of what? Traffic. So this traffic means more money. So McDonald's, they will go to an area middle of nowhere, buy the land, build up the store and the equipment and the facility, also some house, rent it to what? Other business. They know McDonald's located, eventually the business commercial area going to grow up to fit McDonald's. Rent and the property management is one of the most profitable component about their business, okay? And I would like to share a movie with you, okay? This movie in the bottom, take a look, called The Founder. The Founder. Or here, right-hand side, you see the movie called The Founder by Michael Keaton. Okay, it's a very, very fun movie. I just revisited yesterday in the Netflix. you can get it for free. Okay, so please make a note. If you have some time, I'd like to see you watch this very fun movie. Okay, first part of the movie, they talk about Dick and the Mac McDonald, the original founders. How did they become successful? Initial critical success factors. Number one, quality. Okay, especially Mac. Okay, Mac McDonald, very precise about standard operation procedures. The temperature, the time, and the material means what? The bun, okay, all those pickles, everything should be what? Good quality. If the French fry, you use 400, you suppose use 17 minutes. Use 375, you suppose have 20 minutes. Everything should be precise. 2 minutes over, it's not as crunchy as the perfect time. So the quality is very precise. They want to make sure they have the best quality hamburger. I didn't know, okay, they can be so different, okay? Just a regular random hamburger, if you in the grill for too long, not good. Not enough time, not good. Everything is very, very precise. Second thing, it's a fast food. You have to be fast. In the movie, okay, Michael Keaton, okay, he played Ray Kroc. Uh, he was a salesperson, milkshake machine salesperson. Grab something from hamburger store. Normally, typically you wait for 30 minutes. Even nowadays, you go to any fast food place. You order, did you get it immediately? No. So McDonald can get it 30 minutes. So he went to a store, he ordered something, they just hand him the stuff. Wow, so fast. How can McDonald back to 70, 80 years ago can be so fast? They show you the story. Okay, how do they design the layout of the restaurant? How do they, okay, set up the flow of the business process? Okay, and so all the hamburger, this station is put pickle, that station, 2 pickle. This station is chop the onion. Next station is put 1 onion or 2 onion ring on the side, lettuce, etc. Everything very precise. Okay, so they can be so fast. The third thing is what? They want to focus on the burgers, fries, and the drinks. Okay, so these are the important things help them build up their business. Okay, in the movie, if you watch the movie, you'll find out so crowded, so successful. Okay, but that's it. So Ray Kroc, okay, this guy, he happened to stop by one of the place. Then he found out the quality is so good, juicy, everything. Then why are you for sit on the gold mine and do not do the franchise? Dick and the Mac says, okay, franchising is not easy. We try. What's the problem? The problem is quality control. Okay, local owners will deviate from the quality control. Okay, so Ray says, could you let me handle it? They say no. So he is very persistent, keep on talking. Finally, he convinced the 2 brothers. He got nothing to lose. So the 2 brothers write a very, very strict contract with him. Okay, and then Ray started to what? Find the franchisees, and 1 store, 2 stores, keep on opening new stores. Reasonably successful. After they have several dozen stores, one day, the secretary told him, we owe money. How can that happen? We were so successful. How come we are losing money? We are not making any money. Back then, every single hamburger, 15 cents. You get a little fraction about 15 cents. What kind of commission you have? Very minimum. And to find different people to join them, he had to travel and the sales and join different club to meet these rich people, etc., etc. He cannot even cover his travel cost. He doesn't know. I'm so successful. What? How can I make money? How can I lose money? So he talked to the banker and someone heard about it, follow him and tell him, you know your problem after this person reviewed his book. You miss, the key point. How could you get this fraction of 15 cents to be a millionaire? You should do real estate management, property management. You own the land, you build a building, you rent the building to the franchisees. You collect the rent. Okay, the property price increase 10, 20 years, you can what? You can sell the property and then make what? Make huge profit. Never thought about it. Wow, it's a wonderful idea. That's how I mentioned it in Harvard Business School. Senior management team taught the Harvard Business MBAs. Okay, we are the hamburger company, but we make our profit by what? Property management. Okay, it's very interesting. Okay, and the second thing, if you watch the movie, the Ray, the founder of the McDonald Corporation, not the McDonald shops, the corporation. The brand name is important. Okay, you go anywhere, everywhere, according to Ray in the 1950s. You go to any single town, the first thing you see is what? Church and a cross on the roof. Second thing you see is what? Courthouse and the post office. You see US flag. He said the perfect thing is what? We also want that people to see what? The golden arch. Okay? He is very focusing. Actually, he was very focused on what? Name brand building. So nowadays, you go to Tokyo, you go to Beijing, you go to New York, you go to a lot of places, everywhere, globally. Everyone knows McDonald's. Okay? Just like what? Just like Apple, computers Apple. Okay? Just like a Visa, and Samsung. Okay? So the name brand building, is very, very important. And so if you pay attention, you'll find out, real estate management, that's the crucial component McDonald really take off. Name brand building continue to be the challenge for them, and according to the owner, the founder of the corporation, Ray Kroc, persistency and determinant is important. So these are all the important reasons. And I also want to show you this slide. The most valuable brands over the time. And you can see McDonald's, of course, Google, GE, Coca-Cola, and Marlboro, the cigarette, Walmart, IBM, Toyota. These are all those global famous brand names. And you can see McDonald always what? McDonald number 4, McDonald number 4, McDonald number 5, Coca-Cola. So the brand name, several $100 million is important, okay? And so I think with this interesting insight, you probably will consider, I hope, okay, to watch The Founder. Okay? It's a very fun movie, okay? Less than 2 hours, okay, but very fun, okay, for you to watch. How do they build up this layout, the production line? They find a tennis court, okay? They use the chalk to draw the floor plan and really have people what? To make hamburger, to do different things. The drink should be here, the drink, okay, fountain should be here or here. They do a lot of experiment. Very, very fun movie, okay? I want you to watch. And I have watched it. Okay, that's fine. And now let's talk about the chapter, okay? The chapter last time, we did some briefly review. I want you to get back to this one, okay? So we started in 1800, scientific management theory. Then we moved to what? Administrative management theory, okay? And what is scientific management theory? Easy. Task, people have to be matched, okay? How do we decompose, okay, a work to different tasks? How to group the tasks to be a position and how to find the perfect people to fit. So it's all scientific. For those of you who have the entrepreneurship major, if you want to be successful, you have to make sure your task and the people mixed, making sense. Then you can be efficient. Okay. After that, we talk about administrative management. Because you are successful, you are efficient, okay? You got more people. Administrative management talking about how to manage people, how to build up your empire, how to build up your bureaucracy. After that, okay, the company has a good structure. Then you find out company cannot keep going because behavior management perspective should be included. People are not little screw. People got feelings. People are warm bodies. So different behavior science theory coming in. Okay, let's do a quick review. So we studied scientific management. Okay, Adam Smith. Adam Smith wrote a book about what? Wealth of Nation. And he's the one preaching invisible hand. Okay, he's also the one teach people how to be rich. You want to be rich, you want to get money, you have to do division of labor. He showed people this research, 18 tasks, 18 people. This team, everyone do 18 tasks. This team, first person do first task, second person do second task, okay? So division of labor, everyone do one task, everyone do 18 tasks. He can demonstrate significantly division of labor is the best way to go, okay? And so after that, and the F.W. Taylor, okay, he has 4 principles. He tried to focus on relationship between people and the tasks, okay? So if we can decompose the work to different tasks and what group them to make people to work on it, then we can identify the best practice. After we do the best practice, we have to document it. So this best practice can be standardized, okay? And after that, you just have to what? Match the person and the task, okay? That's the only management you have to do, and what? Give them a good award. So scientific management is very logical. People, work, task. How to find out the best way, standardize it, hire the best people for each location, pay them, award them. Okay, so that makes sense, correct? And then this one, Gilbert, he used the film to video shoot everything. So he what focus on fatigue study, poor performance study, just what more detail oriented. Okay, then after everything successful, everything is most efficient, company keep growing, then we need a bureaucracy. This German sociologist, Max Weber, okay, Max Weber, right here, a German sociologist. He wrote the book, Principle of Bureaucracy. Every time you talk about bureaucracy, you know he is the father. He was the father of bureaucracy. In his book, okay, previous one, different task in a person. He is talking about different tasks grouped together create a position. Okay, every position should have what? Authority or power in the position. Then he has two assumptions. Okay, every position should be filled by performance, not by relationship. You cannot put your children or your relative to position. You have to find the best performing person to that position. Every position should have very clear defined task and responsibility. Okay, if you have right person and you have a clear defined responsibility, then you can build up your hierarchy or bureaucracy. Okay, but before we build up a solid, okay, bureaucracy, we also have to have what? Rules and the standard operation procedures. Okay, because these are the way really helping what? Keep the structure solid. So a lot of German companies, standard operation procedures, you have a handbook about standard operation procedures, like that's it. Everything is by what? By book. So that's a trade-off. Everything's well structured, but what? Less flexible. Okay. And after the bureaucracy, then we talk about what? This one. Okay. He is American company president. He laid out 14 different principles of management. A company, a bureaucracy should follow these rules. Okay. And I told you folks, the last one, esprit de corps. Okay. That's the French words, number 14. You have to remember it's a shared feelings. Okay. So rest of the stuff you can take a look. I think it's in the glossary. The outline I gave you in the last couple page, you should have the definition of terms. So please make sure you can follow the definition. What is unit of command and these kind of things. Very easy to have a Blackboard quiz question. And page 42, we have an open case talking about a book. The book is by Jim Collins. And Jim read this book mentioning 6 principles to make a company great. Number 1, you have to have a good leadership. Number 2, if you put the right person to the right place, you save a lot of problems. If you put the wrong person in the right place, you have all kind of problems to deal with. So human resources is important. Identify the best person for the best place. That's important. Number 3 is also important. Confrontation and the conflict should be encouraged. If you are a staff, everything is yes, ma'am, yes, sir. You are not a good staff. You are not honest. You are not being critical. You are not using your brain. So, according to Jim, okay, confrontation and the conflict are crucial drivers to decision. In the decision-making chapter, we will also talk about how important is confrontation and the diversity. Number 4, there's a key word called hedgehog principle. Okay, what is hedgehog principle? Hedgehog principle means the company should not do too many things. Focus on you do the best. Okay, do not do 200 different things. Do 20, do 10, do 8 different things. McDonald's case, I told you, they focus on what? Hamburger, French fry, and the drink. They don't say anything else. Focus on something, make more money. Focus on something you do the best. Focus on something you love to do. That's called, okay, hedgehog. And after that, they also talk about what? Self-motivation is important. If your employee need to be supervised, do not have self-motivation, then that's not good. Also, the trust is important, okay? And the last one, the Jim Collins mentioned is technology. New technology is not advised. Incremental technology is advised. So whenever you have the new iPhone, don't buy immediately. Wait half year. Wait 1 year. Apple finish all those what? Updates, fine tune every detail. So use the incremental technology, okay? That's being mentioned in his paper. Do not use the dramatic, okay? How come? Okay, use what? Incremental technology or proven technology. That's important. Okay, so we finish the first two, scientific management, find out the best mixed about task and the person. We talk about administrative management, how to what? Organize different position or different person, okay? And by looking at their authority, then do a hierarchy organization, find out the standard operation procedures. So if you do everything right, scientific management increase efficiency. Administrative management help you build up your bureaucracy. But these two still doesn't work. So, okay, and a group of people start to talk about behavior management. For the behavior management, we started with what? Mary Parker. Mary Parker is a sociologist, a social worker. She argued human element is the most valuable things. Human is different from the little screw, okay? It's not a part, it's a human, it's a warm body. So she argued a few things. Authority of expertise is important. Remember in the bureaucracy theory, we talk about what? Authority of position. Every power is coming from the position. But Mary Parker thinks every power should come from experiences and the knowledge, not from the position. She also encouraged integration in the reciprocal relationship. Okay. Also, this is what? Power with versus power over. People don't like to be power over. People like to be what? Power share with. So that's her major concept. Okay. And so under her stuff, under her arguing, we should do more what? Self-management team. We should do more empowerment. We should do more cross-functional team. Cross-functional means horizontal integrated. Okay, so we see from the behavior, okay, management things, We started with Mary Parker. Then we moved to the Hawthorne study. Hawthorne study also tried to duplicate Gilbert's study, films, and try to observe people's performance at different settings. The setting have two. One is physical setting, okay, like a lighting, wallpaper, music, and all that stuff. Second thing is what? How long, how many number of people together, and how the collegiate relationship. So the working environment, okay, physically or human related, can affect the performance. Okay, so it's different from previously. Previously, by observing them, you want to find out the best task and the person combined. This one, they look further to see the human part, see whether the environment, okay, can be enhanced to increase the performance. So this Hawthorne study has a new idea called Hawthorne effect. What is the Hawthorne effect? Means worker enjoying being receiving attentions. You can see this cartoon, okay? If the supervisor do not pay attention to them, they do whatever they want. If the supervisor wants to start to use telescope to observing them, they try to perform. They want to do different things. So Hawthorne effect, talking about employees like to be observed. So if you pay attention to your employee, you constantly watching them, negotiate, supervising, they're going to perform better. Okay, so that's the Hawthorne effect. Then we talk about theory X and the theory Y. Okay, some people argue all the workers are lazy. You don't pay attention to them, they're going to take easy. You have to watch them, monitoring them all the time. That's human nature. They want to do everything easy way out. Okay, but theory Y have a different argument. No. People are not lazy. You have to show them more respect, give them a good environment. Okay, they will affecting each other. The environment is nice physically. Also, people get along very nicely, encourage each other. That's create everything. Okay, so theory X and the theory Y, you have to know the definition are different. And if we take a look at next chart, it's in your textbook. Theory X, assuming everyone is lazy, assuming we have to closely supervising employee, assuming punishment and the rewards are the only one to control people. Theory-wise is no. People are not inherently lazy. Okay, working setting is important. Can you create a pleasant physical environment? Can you, okay, create an environment people help each other? People are friendly to each other. These are more important. And could you give people more authority to make decisions, more power? So a decentralized authority should be given to the group or to the individual people. So please pay attention to theory X and theory Y. You have to remember the easy way to memorize it. X is laziness. Y is not lazy, okay? And after that, before I move to next theory, I want to talk a little bit about Southwest Airlines. Okay. According to our textbook, I didn't put the page number. The founder and the former CEO, Herb, okay, he is the one practice theory Y thinking. He wants his employee to be happy, to be motivated, to be self-motivated. How did he do that? He wanted to create a culture of fun, culture with creativity, He has open door policy. He wants the job description to be flexible. He gives employee more discretion to serve customer proactively. He worked with the union and want them to be a partner. Okay, so union and the company work together to take care of employees. So you'll find out he used a lot of what? Behavior management theory to enhance Southwest. Okay, Southwest is a company, not the largest one. In the US, three largest airlines. Do you folks know? American, United, and what? Delta. Okay, Southwest is not the largest one. But most of those big ones, they lose money. So Southwest is what? A company making reasonably good profit in the fast growing. Southwest started as what? A commuting airline between among three cities, Houston, Dallas, and what? San Antonio. They don't do anything else. Okay? And the budget fare, which means what? Cheap. 30 bucks, 40 bucks, okay? You can travel between two cities. And no seat assigned, okay? First come, first serve, okay? And years ago, they don't serve peanut. They don't serve anything. They want to cut the cost, and so people can enjoy the low cost and the good service, okay? And I remember 10, 20 years ago, I took Southwest. Their employee was very, very nice and pleasant. They sing a song for you. They cheer you up. They sing a birthday, happy birthday. If your birthday is happened to be that day. The captain, co-captain will tell you, hey folks, please see the right-hand side. We are going through the Colorado River. This is the Grand Canyon, etc., etc. Okay, and that's the most beautiful things. You folks are lucky. So they have all kind of what? Creative ways to provide excellent service to the customer. Okay, in addition to cut the cost, okay, to do no seat assigning, etc., etc., they also have a one fleet. All the aircraft you just saw, 737. This is the airline has most 737 aircrafts. Every airplane, 737. What's the advantage? Maintenance crew, they fix nothing but what? 737. They know everything. They hear the song, they know exactly the problem. American Airlines, okay, and United, you have 737, 747, 767, 777, now what? 787. Too many different things. They also buy a lot of parts because they only have 737. So they have what? A lot of inventory on everything. Some minor problem with it, we don't have parts. That's easy. Make a phone call, Memphis, ship me the parts. Next flight from Memphis to Dallas, they bring in the parts. Then they fix the aircraft. Okay, then what? Half day, this airplane can take off because they use all kind of ways to save money. So Southwest has been a very successful airline in the business school. A lot of professors study. The marketing professor, the management professor, supply chain management, okay, or customer service. And it's a very, very interesting and a famous company, okay? So I want you to know Southwest, okay? After we do that, next one we'll be talking about is management science. 1940s and the 50s, computers started to get out and the companies started to get bigger and bigger. So more rigorous quantitative skill, mathematical modeling, computer coming in. People use science and the math to manage their company, to manage, to process the information, okay? And they have total quality management system, which we have a chapter to cover. They use information system to manage the company, okay? So more and more science, information technology, data processing being introduced to management theory, okay? And after that, okay, the last one, 1960s, we are starting talking organization environment theory. The most famous one, open system theory. We talk about a lot of things outside the company going to affect your performance. 3 years ago, Bangkok has water problem. Rainy season dragged too long. The river overflooded to the city. 3, 4, 5 months to 6 months. Okay, so the manufacturing in Bangkok, Thailand, has to shut down because what? The flood. Guess what they affect? The plant in Tokyo. In Tokyo, they couldn't get the parts for 6 months supply from Bangkok. They have to shut down their production. So what's the point? Everything is related. Tesla is moving to Texas. Can they just move one manufacturing to Texas or create a new manufacturing? Yes, that's what they do. But guess what? Dozens of new companies going to be surrounding them. Going to what? Move towards the same area. So Texas is providing an industrial park for the entire business. Tesla and all the satellite companies. The cluster, CLUSTER, the cluster has been created. Everything is related, so we call open system, okay? Open system theory. And this is from the textbook. You can see, okay, this is the company. In the past, all those management theory, okay, from scientific management to administrative management to behavior management to management science. Now we move to what? Open system. We depend upon a lot of materials and resources from outside to us. Then we can do the processing, manufacturing, whatever. Then we give everything out to what? Deliver our goods and services and etc. So this company is what? Depends upon all kinds of things surrounding it. Pandemic, we're talking about the same thing. How to deliver our service, how to get our parts. Okay, that's affect our performance because what? External environment really, really have something to do or to impact our business. So the recent one is called the open system environmental theory, okay? The second one talking about contingency theory. What is contingency theory? We are more or less focusing on what? The company structure, mechanistic structure, organic structure. If the external environment is very, very stable, very, very stable, we use mechanistic structure, means what? More centralized control, more vertical hierarchy control. If the external environment is changing all the time, we use organic structure, which is more decentralized. Okay, middle and the first line manager will do more responsibility and control. Okay, so you can see manufacturing reasonably have what? Stable environment. Sales and the service industry reasonably have what? More dynamic, more rapid change environment. So for certain furniture store or service store, they are more or less use what? Organic structure. So the structure of the company depends upon the external environment. Okay. The last one, number C, talking about dynamic capability. Talking about yin and yang has to be balanced. Stable and flexible should be balanced. So sometimes we have to be stable in terms of quality control, in terms of a lot of things, but sometimes we have to be flexible in terms of what? Environment, customer taste change. So a company, we have to be balanced between stable and flexible. The textbook gives you 3 activities company you has to be constantly pay attention to. One is sensing, one is seizing, the other one transforming. So how to identify and assessing opportunity outside, how to mobilize, how to manufacture, how to processing different things inside. And the third thing is what? How to have a renewal or what? Changing concept to maintain a competitiveness. Okay, so today we finish the chapter 2. Okay, first of all, scientific management, task and people relation, how to match them, how to create the task standard operation procedure. Second, bureaucracy. We have to do administrative management, how to create an empire, put the people together. People has position, people has power. How do we well define them, match them, put them in hierarchy, also create standard operation procedure. But this standard operation procedure is not talking about task flow, talking about what? People flow. Create the bureaucracy. We call Max Weber theory of bureaucracy. Then we move to what? The behavior. Okay, company keep growing, but do not take care of one body. That doesn't fly. So people say, what? Human is important. Theory X, everyone lazy. Theory Y says, no, not everyone is lazy. Hawthorne effect, everyone like to be what? Pay attention to. If the manager concerned about the employee, they perform better. And they also find out, okay, by study the human task relations, certain things, environment, how to get it more pleasant physically and the human related can change the performance. Okay, and last one, we talk about system concept. Company by itself cannot be isolated. We have to what? See the outside world. The outside world going to affecting that. So we have the cluster concept. We have what? Supply chain concept. We also have what? The corporate structure, mechanistic or organic. We're talking about companies should be what? Stable and flexible interchange. Okay, and of course, I really like to see you watch the movie, fun movie. Do you first remember the name? The Founder. Okay, The Founder. And go to Netflix, search for The Founder. So whenever you are doing assignment, play with your dog, keep the Michael Keaton there. Okay, it's a very fun movie to watch. Okay, and I think that's the lecture for today.